Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is my 11-week pregnancy update. So like I mentioned in my last video, I have been using the Pregnancy Plus app, and this week the baby is the size of a plum. This seems pretty big to me, but I guess it's not that big of a leap between the strawberry, but I don't know. I just can't believe that there's a baby this size in my belly right now. So one of the things that I think is really fun about the Pregnancy Plus app is you can see the size of the baby compared to a fruit, an animal, or a sweet. So for 11 weeks, the fruit was a plum, the sweet was a macaroon, and the animal was a hummingbird. So the app says that at 11 weeks, you can't see it, but the baby's moving fluidly and gracefully. Baby's skin is also see-through, but is on his or her way to looking more like a baby, and baby's fingers and toes are not webbed anymore. So I mentioned in my last update that this week, when I was 11 weeks, I was assuming I was going to find out the gender because the person at the lab when I did all my blood work said it takes 4 days. So I waited till day 5, which I thought was pretty good for me. I wanted to start calling it day 3, but I waited. I was very anxious on day 4 though, like checking my phone every 2 seconds in case they called. But I decided to wait until day 5, and I called my doctor's office, and they told me that it takes 10 full days for my results to get back. So that means that we'll probably be finding out the gender when this video is posted on Monday or on Tuesday the following day. So definitely this week, hopefully Monday or Tuesday, and I plan on filming and doing a gender reveal video like as soon as the results come in. We know exactly what we're gonna do. We can get what we need the same day. So fingers crossed. I'm so anxious and so excited, and I just want to know what we're having so we can start planning everything. I was telling my sister though that I am kind of enjoying this time of not knowing a little bit, just because this is most likely our last baby and I'll never not know what we're having again. Like after this week, I'll know what our complete family is going to be. So, you know, I'm just trying to like soak in every moment of this process and this last pregnancy. So I think for this week, I'm gonna jump in and do the pregnancy questionnaire questions that I did for my first pregnancy update video. I believe that was 4 to 8 weeks pregnant. So the first question is, how far along are you? I am technically 11 weeks and 4 days, but I'm just gonna be talking about everything that happened this past week. So everything that happened while I was 11 weeks. Weight gain, like I said originally, I didn't know my exact weight, but just going off of what my average weight was before I got pregnant, I have gained about 4 pounds so far. Am I wearing maternity clothes? No, however, I do wear a certain pair of leggings that I mentioned that I picked up from Target. They're non-maternity, but I wear these leggings all the time. It is getting really, really hot here in Florida though, so I've been trying to switch over to shorts. I'm actually wearing shorts right now, and they're non-maternity, just like my normal shorts. They're a little tighter than I guess what I'm used to because I'm definitely showing, but I mean, they still fit, but I just don't think they fit very comfortable, and I probably won't be squeezing into my clothes, just regular clothes, for long because I like to be comfortable. I plan on wearing a lot of like sundresses and picking up some maternity shorts. I do love those leggings that I picked up from Target, and I do wear them when I can, but it is starting to be almost 100 degrees here in Florida, so I cannot wear just black, and they were kind of like thicker cotton leggings, so they were hot, and I just cannot wear those every day during the day. So I need to find myself some shorts or just really cute sundresses and stuff. I'm planning on buying a whole bunch of cute like maternity summer outfits and then doing a video about that with links for you guys, so stay tuned for that. Stretch marks, I do not have any stretch marks, fingers crossed. I showed you guys the 2 items that I use. They're from Burt's Bees. One is a belly butter, and then one is a belly oil with vitamin E. So I use those every single day. The vitamin E oil once a day and the body butter twice a day. So no stretch marks yet. I've been using them on my legs as well this pregnancy because I did get a couple small stretch marks on my inner thigh, and that's just because I didn't even think about putting lotion on my legs. So I'm gonna do that this time. So fingers crossed that I won't get any, but we'll see. How are you sleeping? I have been sleeping fantastic lately. My stomach has not felt like hard or uncomfortable like I talked about in the past. I've just been feeling really tired at night and I can sleep really well. The only thing that makes me not sleep that well is we are living at my in-laws still until we move into our house in 5 weeks. 5 weeks we move into our new house, and our son is actually sleeping in the room with us while we're living here, so he has been waking up in the middle of the night and just wanting to come in our bed, and that's just been a little tough. So aside from that, I have been sleeping wonderfully. Am I exercising? I have still been exercising, but this week has definitely been my worst week with exercising. I had a couple days this week where I felt great. One day in particular where I thought I was totally past all of the first trimester symptoms. I had my energy back. I wasn't really that nauseous that day. Like, I just felt like a normal human, and that was on Tuesday of this past week. I just felt amazing. But then on Wednesday, I was just kind of back to normal, feeling tired, exhausted. I ended up getting a really bad headache. So I don't know. I mean, I take the fact that I had that one really good day as a good sign that good things are coming. I have about 3 more weeks until I will be in the second trimester, so fingers crossed. My husband and I have been talking about doing a baby moon for our first son, Miles. We ended up going to St. Augustine in Florida, and it was so amazing. We had the best time, and I definitely want to do it when I'm in the second trimester because I just felt my best. I had a ton of energy, and like I said, we had such a great time. So if you guys have any suggestions of good baby moon places, preferably on the East Coast, let me know, because we just want to do like a quick weekend, maybe like long weekend trips. My husband wants to go to Boston, or we're thinking maybe New York City again because we both love it there. Best moment this week. So there's definitely 2 things upcoming this week that I'm very excited about, but obviously the best moment is going to be learning if we're having a boy or a girl. Like, hands down, that's going to be the best moment of this week. I'm so excited that this week we are going to know. But also on Wednesday I have a doctor's appointment and another ultrasound, and I'm going to bring Miles, so that'll be really fun because he's been really involved and asking a lot of questions about the baby and stuff. So it'll just be fun to see the baby and have Miles see the baby and stuff like that as well. And yeah, hopefully we will know by Wednesday what we're having, so that'll be fun for the appointment as well, but we'll see. Any movement? So I still haven't felt any movement, even though the other day, and I know this isn't movement, but it just reminded me that when I was at the gym, I went to the gym like once this week. So I think it was on, I don't know, maybe Thursday I went, and I was on the treadmill, and afterwards I remember feeling, I don't know, a little off on the treadmill. And then shortly after, when I got off and I was walking to go to the bathroom, I felt like this tightening around my whole abdomen, like stomach area, and whatever that pain was really reminded me of a contraction. So I don't know when it's normal to feel Braxton Hicks contractions, because I'm sure that's what it was. I mean, it has to be. I vividly remember what contractions feel like, and that's what it felt like. And I don't know if that's common for 11 weeks, but I definitely felt one, but I only had that happen to me once this week. Food cravings. So funny enough, banana bread does not interest me at all this week. I think last week I talked about crispy chicken, mashed potatoes, and hot sauce. Does not interest me at all this week. All I want is Rita's. If you're not familiar with what Rita's is, it's basically like flavored Italian ice that you can get, and all I want is Rita's cotton candy flavored ice. It is so good. It's so refreshing. Like I said, it's so hot around here, and I just crave that all the time. I haven't had any new food aversions. I did try some hot coffee for the first time this week since I found out I was pregnant, because that was my biggest food aversion before. I still didn't love it, but I felt good enough to have some of it, if that makes sense. I didn't drink an entire cup. I probably drank maybe a quarter of a cup to a half of a cup. I don't know, like this week it didn't sound as bad as usual, so that's good, but I don't have any new food aversions or anything like that. Gender, we still don't know, but we will know this coming week, like I mentioned, and I am so excited. Labor signs, no. Symptoms, okay, so symptoms this week have been pretty, I would say, on track with every other week. I would say my nausea has been a little better, kind of just depending on the day. I had 2 days this week that were really bad days as far as I had headaches, I was so nauseous, and I was so exhausted. But I mean, 2 days over feeling like that every single day, I'll totally take that. And like I had said earlier, I had one day where I just felt like on top of the world, amazing, just like my normal self. So that was great. And then besides the 2 really bad days and the 1 really good day, I would say every other day was just a little bit more mild version of all the symptoms I've been having. So I was a little less tired, a little less nauseous. Oh, I still get motion sickness really bad in the car though, so I pretty much drive everywhere all the time to just try to avoid getting motion sickness, and driving seems to really help, so that's been good. I've been able to avoid that. I've been trying to drink a ton of water to just kind of keep my headaches at bay. And it's just even harder though right now, because like I said a million times so far, it's just so hot here. So I have to drink even more water than usual. So I just have to constantly remind myself and carry water with me, like at all times. Belly button in or out. So it is right on the verge right now, I feel like. When I wake up in the morning, it's pretty normal, but as I go about the day, it's definitely like a little, it's not out, but it like wants to be out sometimes. So I feel like I'm right on the verge. Maybe I have a couple more weeks, but yeah, we're getting close with the belly button being out. Wedding rings on or off, they're still on. The only time I have any issues with my rings is when we walk in the evening. My hands turn into like sausage fingers, so I take my rings off for that. But again, I don't know if that's just because of the heat and all the water I have to drink and just trying to move around in the heat, or if it's pregnancy related, but just day to day, I'm usually good to wear my rings. Happy or moody most of the time. I think I've been very pleasant, especially on the days where I'm feeling good. Obviously on days that are really hard and I have a headache and I'm nauseous and I'm really tired, I mean, I wouldn't say I'm moody, I'm just very uncomfortable, but as far as just when I'm feeling fine, I feel like I'm in a really good mood, have a lot of good stuff and exciting things coming up and to look forward to. But yeah, so I guess I would say happy. Looking forward to, so besides just looking forward to the gender, which we obviously are, and looking forward to my appointment on Wednesday, which I talked about as well, I'm also really looking forward to moving in our new house in 5 weeks. It just seems so crazy. We've been building this house, it'll be 7 months, and in 5 weeks we will be possibly living in our house. Our cabinets are going up this week, all of our walls are in, the paint's up, the trim is in. It's just looking like a real house. So when I'm walking around and I'm walking through the kids' room, like I'm really picturing us really for the first time living there, and it's actually feeling like a real house. So I'm so looking forward to just moving into our house finally and picturing what it's gonna be like with the 4 of us there. Like we're gonna be a family of 4. So I'm really looking forward to that. All right, and the next thing on the list is the bump shot. So before I move my camera and show you guys what the bump looks like this week, I just want to say thank you so much for watching this video. I plan on having a baby name video coming up soon, because before I find out what we're having, boy or girl, ever since we've had Miles, I've been keeping a list of names that I love on my phone, and once we find out if it's a boy or a girl, I probably will never be looking at this list again. So I want to just make a video about all the names that I love and that we might use for this baby. So I'm gonna be making that video. So that's gonna be up this week. Make sure your notification bell is on because my gender reveal video is gonna be going up this week as well. Cannot wait for that. Let me know in the comments if you guys think that baby G is gonna be a boy or a girl. And thank you guys so much for watching, and I will show you the bump shot. All right, so here's the bump from the side and the front. Do you guys see what I'm talking about? This belly button is like wanting to come out. And the other side. And here it is with the little plum. So that is what the baby should be about the size of this week. So exciting.
Stay true to that fire in your heart and your soul. Don't drench your desire.